The views expressed on this episode of the Came to Believe Recovery podcast do not necessarily reflect those of KHLT, Take 12 Recovery Radio, or our affiliates. The opinions on this episode should not be taken as medical, psychological, or professional advice and are those of the host, co-host, and guests. KHLT and Take 12 Recovery Radio are not affiliated with any particular 12-step fellowship.
Happy birthday!
Well, greetings, my friends. I am the Monty Man from Take 12 Recovery Radio, and this is the Came to Believe Recovery Podcast. And now, here are your Came to Believe Recovery podcasting broadcasters to launch us forth on this week's show.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Came to Believe Recovery Podcast. My name is Alicia, and I'm here with Monty and Tom Williams. Hi, guys.
Whoop, whoop.
Hello.
So, what was that song in the beginning?
I don't think I know.
I don't know it either.
It was the happy birthday song. Did you not listen?
Is it your birthday?
It was happy birthday. Today is 28 years clean and sober for the Monty Man.
Oh, your sobriety birthday.
Yeah.
September 2nd. How many years?
28.
Today's my ex-husband's birthday.
Yeah.
He's 56.
So we tape this show on the 2nd, and then it airs on the 3rd for you listeners that are going, wait a minute, it's not the 2nd.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
So I'm 1 day older, or 1 day older?
One day more sober.
I don't know. Anyway.
Did you give up drugs and alcohol the same day?
Yes.
We did.
Yeah.
So
I gave
did
up,
I.
well, not all drugs. I gave up tobacco in January of the following year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave
Tom,
up
did you give
tobacco
up?
like 2 weeks later,
Okay.
smoking. Because, I mean, I just got, when I wasn't drinking, I got the, like, I knew while I was drinking, I'd never give up smoking. Because I couldn't get enough time. You know, as soon as you had 2 beers, forget it. You were smoking a pack.
Oh,
So I knew
Yeah.
there was no chance. But once I quit drinking, there was a chance. I never liked the smoking. I mean, I did it and it was in, but I mean, it smelled and like I always wished I could quit. So about 2 weeks later, I said, all right, let me give it a shot. So yeah.
And Tom, did you give up Coke and drinking at the same time?
Everything. Yeah. Oh, it was all one thing.
Okay.
To me, the addiction, everything.
yeah,
Pot,
because what's
everything.
nice about that is you grieve it all at one time. You don't have
Yeah.
to go through all these different grieving processes. And stuff. Hey,
No.
what's the topic this week, Alicia?
I forget.
Yeah, sure you do.
No, I'm being brave because I'm actually the one that brought this up. So
Yes, you are.
it's vanity.
Vanity.
We're going to get really,
vanity.
really real and really vulnerable and say some things that some people are saying crazy. But yeah, we're going to talk about
We'll see
all of
where
it.
goes.
Like,
But first, we got a brand new segment
ooh,
just for Tom.
Maria.
This thing
and
just
he's
for
not
Tom.
going to like it.
I think he's just going to love it. Here we go. Let's see.
And now it's everyone's favorite part of the show, the Monty Man's story time.
Once upon a time, there was a man named Carl who decided to train his goldfish, Sir Bubbles, to fetch. While most people would be content with a wagging tail and a stick, Carl believed that Sir Bubbles had untapped aquatic potential. He spent weeks dropping tiny plastic bones into the tank and yelling, "Fetch, Sir Bubbles, fetch!" while Sir Bubbles stared blankly, probably wondering why his human was yelling at inanimate objects. Well, one day, Carl swore that Sir Bubbles finally responded. He threw the bone, and the goldfish floated towards it, with what Carl described as the intensity of a torpedo and the grace of a ballet dancer. In reality, Sir Bubbles accidentally bumped into the bone while trying to escape the fish tank. Well, Carl was ecstatic. he ran out to tell his neighbors, only to return and find that his cat had trained Sir Bubbles to disappear. Well, Carl was devastated, but being the determined innovator that he was, he immediately began training his houseplant Greg to play dead. Surprisingly, Greg was excellent at it. He even managed to stay dead for months. Carl now gives motivational speeches titled The Power of Belief, From Fish Fetching to Plant Theater. The end. There you go. A Monty Man story time.
Monty.
And do you know, Alicia, you hear me say, like, that's one of the top 3 or the top 1 of whatever. That was by far, in my 61 years, the dumbest story I've ever heard.
Monty just laughs.
On any category.
Oh,
It's so
golly.
dumb
He knew.
that
Monty
it's
knew that you would hate it. That's the funniest
I
thing.
did it for him. I knew he was going to.
I liked your rant of the week better.
And that was bad, too.
Well, look out. You better watch out. There may be more stories to come. At the very last minute, and I played that because we didn't have any mail this week, until the very last minute, like 5 minutes before Alicia signed on, I got an email from Kyle M. So let's open up the mailbag. Okay. It says a topic that I would like to hear a little more about on the show is how we can sometimes allow the promises to take us away from the program. I've seen it in my sponsees lately and have personal experience in my past where life gets good, things are on track, and step work hits the back burner. I forgot how important it is to continue our step process until things get painful again. This is also where speaking to my sponsor daily is important. He can point out where I am being irrational, where I am allowing too much emotion into my thoughts. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the show. And happy birthday, Monty. I think I have the right date this time. He congratulated me last week. So that's from Kyle M. So very interesting because what I'm hearing here is maybe the thought process that we have to continue steps 1 through 12.
I'm totally hearing that.
Right. So we're all on the same page with this, but I'll let you guys address it.
Go ahead, Tom. I don't think I understand the question.
Well,
Promises versus
yeah,
program.
I mean, getting lost in the promises. Experiencing the 9-step promises. I guess he's talking about, and the 10-step promises are a result of working your 10, 11, and 12. So if you have a process where you're doing your daily evaluation, taking action, improving your conscious contact, and helping others, that is what the step work is. Once you've done the step work, I know. As soon as he said continuing your step work, that was a red flag to me into what I think he was talking about. And call your sponsor every day. Dude, you got to step 10. You shouldn't have to call your sponsor every day, especially after some time. About the promises say intuitively know how to handle situations that used to baffle us. And that's 9 out of 10 of the things you'd call your sponsor for. So I don't know. I think that if that's happening, they need to do their steps the way the founders did them so that they don't lose focus on their recovery, being recovered. It's not a process of working 12 steps all the time. It's a process of living in 10, 11, and 12.
Well, in doing 10, 11, 12, you are doing all the steps all the time.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Sure. Yeah. So I guess it would depend. I'm not sure how many years Kyle has, but it would depend on how fresh you are in this whole process and all. I called my sponsor I started out calling him every day, but it lasted about 3 days. And then I realized, and he told me, he said, unless your house is burning, you don't really need to call me every day. Because he didn't want me to become sponsor dependent. He wanted me to be God dependent, right? And so I called him every week for a while, but sometimes I didn't even call him because we'd meet. We'd go to the same meeting. I'd see him on a regular basis. So it wasn't like, because I know some guys that say, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you see me in a meeting. That doesn't count. You still have to call me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. But, I have a sponsor. He's more of a mentor today. I rarely speak to him. I know he's available if I need to talk to him. He's always there. But I go to the Lord now with things that baffle me. And then if he directs me to, maybe you ought to bounce that off your pastor, or maybe you ought to bounce that off of Alicia or Tom or your mentor or Marcia, or you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think we mature and we grow, hopefully, if we're applying those spiritual disciplines in 1 through 12 and then live in 10 and 11 and 12, like you were saying, Alicia. There's no need to go back to step 1 every year or once a month, or at least I don't think there is. And I think that's where I think we lose people when we teach them to do that, because they burn out on it. They're like, another 4th step?
You know, does it ever end?
Right. We're to be about the business of serving God and the people he puts in our life. So that would be, now it's our turn to teach this to somebody else.
When I get ready to call, like if I have an issue, a lot of times if I was to get ready to call someone about it, I start to think about what would I tell the person?
Yeah.
And then you do that.
I have the answer, right? I'm like, if I'm honest with myself, if I have to call somebody, I'm just wanting someone to reinforce or to,
Yeah. But it's good to confess to one another out loud and not just keep it in your own head where it's easy because nobody knows.
Yeah.
I think certain things need to be said out loud.
Yeah. And then and talk through, this really sucks. I didn't think I would have this again, and I'm still dealing with this. And someone says me too, and you just get to talk to each other. And here's a tactic I use to help not do that again. And then you go, blah, blah, blah. You and I do it all the time, Alicia.
Yep. I went to one of my sponsees' houses on Saturday or one day this week, and we did the same thing. And she thought she was all alone in XYZ, and I'm like, no, me too. Yeah.
Well, there's people that are very critical of the pink cloud thing. I'm not. I'm like, hey, I think a pink cloud is great as long as you have a parachute. And what's the parachute? Your dependence on God. People in your life that have permission to call you out if they see you going sideways. We call that accountability, that kind of thing. Enjoy the pink cloud. Enjoy the promises. Bask in them. I don't think you'll lose focus if you have those other things in place and you've matured into a place where you're living in 10 and 11 and 12. I don't think the promises are going to hurt you a bit. I see way too much.
The promises are a good thing. But let's not get the promises. What's he saying? Like, you should be basking in them, right? That's...
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So either we've recovered or we haven't. When people tell me they're still in recovery, you've heard me say it before, I believe them.
Right.
I believe them. Yeah. So there's that. Oh, and by the way, when it comes to story time...
Oh, he's going back. Yeah.
Oh, I'm a failure because I haven't got a brain.
Well, there you go.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
Good question. It's the question of the day.
Oh, my gosh. All right, vanity. The topic is vanity. Vanity, vanity. Boy, Ecclesiastes has a lot to say about vanity, doesn't it? Well, if you want to sing the blues, read Ecclesiastes. Oh, life is meaningless. The sun comes up, the sun goes down.
But it's true if you think about it, right?
I know.
It's the same stuff, and it's not satisfied. And we try this and we try that, and we're still not satisfied forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Why is that, though? Why aren't we ever satisfied? Why do we want more?
Because we were born to crave God, and we're not filling our spiritual malady with spiritual things. I'm filling it with exercise and being more fit and more strong and thinner and whatever else.
Was that picture you posted on social media? Was that your gym? Is that your
That's
home
my gym.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yes, I haven't worked out in it yet. Tomorrow.
I think that's really cool, but at the same time, I was like, okay. But you know,
Okay.
what can I say? I've got 500 microphones, so
Right? And 600 gnomes.
yeah, right.
But
So
yes.
is vanity? I mean, the word has negative connotations, right? But so one of the things that you were talking about is this plastic surgery thing and the desire to have plastic surgery. And I thought about this a lot. And I thought, my first response was, why? You look great.
Well, let's back up because our viewers and listeners don't know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
tell me.
I am 55 and wrinkly, and I want a facelift and some liposuction in my thighs. And back and forth, I've been thinking about it, talking to certain people about it, talked to Tom and Monty about it, and like, what does God think? And then I thought, of course, well, God is going to say no. And then I kind of sat in that for a while. And long story short, I booked the appointment for December 5th, and I'm planning on doing it. But I want to say it out loud because obviously if I do it, I'm going to look different. And I don't want to hide it. I'm not one of those people that have plastic surgery and then pretend like nothing happened. I think that's stupid. But then it comes down to, yeah, it is vanity. And I want to put it out there and have people hear us talk about it and truth and vulnerability and email away. If you hate it, like it, agree, email Monty.
Yeah, the email's coming up on our video feed right now. So Monty, MONTY at cametobelieverecovery.org. So I thought a lot about this, and I went back and forth on it, just in general, not about you specifically, but just about why we do certain things to change our appearance or maybe even our health. So one of the things that I wanted to do as I was getting older was I knew my knees were going to be a mess, and because I'd had triple bypass. They don't want to do severe surgeries like that. So what can I do about that? There's things I can't do. What can I do? And one of the things I was able to do was drop 80 pounds. So I did that for health reasons so I could do certain things that I couldn't do before, right? Mm-hmm. And it was a health thing. And was there any vanity in that? My focus on that really didn't have anything to do with looks at all. I just wanted to feel better. So I could do things. So I had a couple of people say, "You're doing fine," but I really wasn't. But I'm asking you, are you doing fine, or is it just that you're displeased with your looks?
Yes.
Because when we see you, we go, "You look great."
Yeah, obviously, I think it's not for medical reasons, though I could fight that my eyelids are coming over my eyes, so I could probably fight for that. See, look. So gross. It's so gross.
You're reaching.
But to be completely honest, I was not even thinking about it until my clients and friends started doing it. And they're a little bit older than me, and they're all doing it. And then I'm like, oh. So I was like sucked into that vortex.
Boy, you know what our parents used to tell us? Johnny's parents let him do it.
I know.
And then they would
My
say,
mom used to say, if they told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
Right. But I started, and then I just looked at my face. I'm like, yes. I mean, yes, I'm getting
But
older.
what about the beauty of getting older and
Right.
Well, I'm still
experiencing
gonna
that?
look old. I'm just not gonna
So,
look so wrinkly.
well,
You see people that
here's
do facelifts?
you can't here's where the rubber meets the road, right? God created you perfect, unique, and individual, like I do with the paper thing. And I put myself in the category of this too. When the rubber meets the road on things in the Bible, I think that we don't like. Premarital sex and this and that, where, I mean, there's just no way to make a case for it. You just can't, right? And you can't make a case for saving millions and millions and millions of dollars and having 22 houses. You just can't make a case that God would be okay with that, right? Jesus especially wouldn't. Not that you can't do it, but, and I think this is a little bit like that. He made you perfect and individual, made not just you, everybody. And what you're saying by changing it is you don't like God's work. And this isn't Tom saying it. This is, I don't know that you can make a case that that's not what you're saying. Now, does he care that much? Is it sinful to just have a facelift and have yourself look better and feel better about yourself? Are you not going to heaven? I don't think so. I think fine. I mean, I don't know. But the question for me is, you are messing with God's perfect perfection. I mean, that's all.
What about people that gain 100 or whatever, get overweight? That's not. I don't think that's God's plan.
Well,
I think
no,
they
I
did
wouldn't.
that.
I'm not on that either. No, of course not. To be
No.
to gluttony and be unhealthy and be unable to live a life and function. Of course, that's not. You can't make a case for that either. Being okay, you can't. So it's easier for men, I think, to reconcile this, Alicia, because generally men don't do we don't do the facelifts and stuff, and we don't do it. I don't know any but man, maybe some do, that had a facelift or any kind of plastic surgery of any level. I don't know why that is. Because I guess
That's not to say that men can't be vain, because we can.
yeah. Well, you're going to go there with the gym and haircuts and the way men are. I mean, vanity is a gym thing. I think it's more pride and ego. But there's
we
a
do it
vanity
more
about
with
how you look
clothing.
and clothes. There is an element of vanity.
Do it with our
that.
cars and our clothes and our property and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to look good, right? For vanity's sake.
Well, what about the fact bringing men in, but in a whole another level? Women are getting facelifts because we want to be attractive to you. And look at media, and everything men say is about women's beauty and what they look like.
You just set yourself up really bad here, Lisa.
I know.
Because here's the thing. When it comes to the man, we are on the hunt for our mate, right? Your man's hunt is over. You don't you don't have to do the things that when we were younger that we thought we had to do. You guys are a team now. You are one now. You don't have to look that. I mean, I'll bet you if you asked him, to go through this pain and this agony to improve my looks for you, what do you think? I mean, have you asked him that?
Obviously, I did ask him because I booked the appointment and he's paying for it. So yes.
Maybe we need
But
to chat with
I
him.
was hoping that he would say, "Oh, you don't need it, right?" And he didn't.
Wow.
I know.
Because he's just wanting to please you, or does he think you
that
need
could
it?
be in there, but it's like I do need it. I mean, not need. Need is a whole other word, but I have wrinkles all over my face.
Yeah.
He is not for the liposuction. He's pretty upset about that, but I'm
You
still
want to do
doing it.
liposuction?
I am in my legs. He is not for that at all. But I'm doing
Here's the
it.
story. Need makes it a requirement. You want it. You want the wrinkles.
I want it.
Yeah, you don't
I
need them
want
out.
it.
You want them out.
Yeah. And his worry, and I totally get it. He's like, well, if you do this, then what's next? And what's next? So he was worried about that feature
Tattoo
of,
syndrome. You get one, you
Yeah.
gotta get another one, you gotta get another one.
yeah.
Well, I got all
That's
these
funny. 'Cause
Bible
my husband
scriptures
is
that you're not
tattooed from
supposed
head
get
to toe.
tattoos either. No, don't adorn your body. I mean, body adornment goes back to caveman times, I think. So it's not like it hasn't been done.
Oh, sure.
It all has to do with why you're doing it, right? In the vanity, what is it that you're doing this stuff for? Are you trying to change yourself because you're upset about who you are and you think God will love you more and people will love you more and there's something, it's only
Well, how do I
something-
even answer that? Like,
Somebody-
of course I want to look better. Yes.
Okay, so let's flip the script here for a minute, though, Tom. Is there anything, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Is there anything wrong with wanting to change the way your appearance is just for the sake that you would like something different? Why is that? Why are we objecting to that?
Because God made me the way he made me.
So you're answering your own question.
Well, yeah. I told you guys, I know that I would imagine God would not be
See, I'm wondering
okay with it.
I'm wondering if this doesn't fall into all things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial, what Paul talks about. It's like it's not an issue of your salvation. It's not an issue of your relationship with the Lord. It's not an issue of that at all. I think it's more of an issue with your relationship with you.
I agree. But then again, what do I do with that? What does that mean? Tom,
Well,
say something.
Yeah,
You know, I'm reading.
Don't
all
hold
these-
back. I
you know,
swear, I'm
reading-
fine with
I'm reading
whatever.
all these scriptures. There's like 75 of them that would
ouch.
support not doing it. You know, I mean, that everything that you do with the intention of changing who you are to look better, feel better, be better, to for some reason would be something God would say, you're already perfect. I made you this way. And it leads to, like your husband says, what's next and what's not worth it. And it's a works mentality. If I just look better, things will be better. And what is it that you're really trying? If you could get yourself to this place where you absolutely have no personal gain, like it doesn't make you feel better about yourself, you just don't want wrinkles anymore. If you could really get it there, that you think wrinkles are a defect, a physical defect that just needs to be corrected, and you just want to correct it. I'm like with you, Mon. Like, oh, is that really wrong?
No,
I mean,
I
she's
don't.
just pulling back the skin you already have to tighten it up. I don't know. Yeah.
If you
I
guys,
maybe
if
it's
you,
not, maybe it's
if
not.
you're,
Just
Monty, if your wife wanted it, or Tom, if you had a wife and they wanted it, would you say no way, hell no?
If Marcia came to me and she said she wanted to do that, I'd say, all right, let's commit this to prayer for 30 days. And really pray about this, and let's seek the Lord. Let's look at Scripture, and let's see what God says.
well, I'd be worried about my motivation if I wanted it done. Like, I need you to look better, and you're not. Your looks matter, and do I not love your heart?
Look, I don't
I'd be
even
worried about that.
I don't even care if Marcia puts makeup on. I think
Right.
makeup is the most ridiculous
Yeah.
thing in the. It's like neckties. Who in the heck ever invented a noose?
It's a
to look-
stupid thing. Right.
Yes.
Stupid.
Yeah, I would say no
Makeup
right off
is
the bat,
stupid.
Alicia. I've had my wife that was married. You think I need it? No. Why?
No.
I married you the way you are. You're perfect. I don't want you to change a thing. Don't.
But somewhere in
Don't do it.
Marcia's head, there is this thought that she was, and it's very honorable. She wants to look better than she does. What she feels is better with the makeup on for me. And no amount of telling her that she doesn't need to do that is going to convince her of it. Is that because there's vanity involved? I don't know.
There are women who say then if they aren't in their best condition looking, they will suffer in their careers by not showing up to the office put together a certain way. And I've heard
Well,
that.
she can't use that. She's retired now.
Well,
So.
but I've heard that, and some people I know here, especially in New York City, if you're not
Right, I could see
wrong, or
that.
different, if you don't appear,
And society's put that on.
put together,
on us.
it could hurt them in a career. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't have that. I'm just wanting to do
Well,
it.
let me ask you this question: how much? Okay, so I've never really known anybody personally that has had a facelift. The only facelifts I've ever seen were ones that celebrities had done on the news, right? Or a movie or something. That's my limited experience. And in every case, it looked very painful, and they did not look better than they did when they started. I don't know that that's the case with everybody. Some people may look great afterwards. I have no idea.
Plastic surgery is what they say. You look plastic afterwards. And I have had some friends that have done their lips and all, and I can't stop. Like, why did you do that?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a fish.
I'm not doing
And
my lips.
You're not you anymore. That's the thing. I am like that. You're not you. You're altered in a weird way. And I just hope that's not how this comes out, Alicia. We're your friends. I hope it doesn't come out that you look altered in a weird way. Because we like you the way you are, obviously.
Truly.
And everybody. I would be adamantly voting no for you to do this. Adamantly. No need. But
I'm doing it.
See, she doesn't want to know what we think because she's going to.
I do know. I do. And
For what reason? For what reason? I'm going to call you out now. For what reason do you want to know what we think? If you have no intentions of considering it, why do you even care?
Well, because I want you to be free to say what you want to say.
Oh, we're free to do that
and-
anyway. We don't need your permission.
But I
I
will
know,
say this:
but-
there's absolutely no judgment.
No, you want to do it? We love you.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
the same.
I just do I think if there's a gray area, I guess you could make a case for God. Do I think it's a mortal sin or anything like that? No, I don't. Wouldn't. But if you just said, "Do you think I need it?" I would say no. Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
don't
I
do
would
it.
agree.
But if you do it, it's good for you. It won't make me think one bit different,
When I was in junior high school,
right?
I wanted to look like Davy Jones from the Monkees.
Oh, I like Davy Jones.
I thought, what a handsome little guy. And he was way shorter than I was. But I thought, if I just looked like Davy Jones, man, I would have no problem getting a girl to dance with me on the dance floor.
Did you look like him back
No.
then? Oh,
No, I look more like Danny DeVito.
Yeah, that I get. Well, I mean, at least you brought
And
this
my
up
son
before.
says I look like Danny DeVito now, which I take much offense to. But
One of the other really common things today for women is, augmentation. They do. And many.
Tummy tucks.
And tummy
Boobs.
tucks. It's all very, very common. Now, here's the thing, too, Alicia. Now, if a woman who is super overweight for whatever reason, and they lose weight, and they have the skin flapping all of them, have that surgically removed and cleaned up, I'm all right with that. I think that's a medical thing. I think that
yeah, I agree.
Sure.
to repair some damage. I think that's a thing. You burn yourself, you get cut, you have some car accident, any kind of damage to restore. Of course, that's all medical. I think that's good. But, I've heard the stories of the reasons why women do augmentation, and it's not always to get the guy or to have it look, it's to feel better about themselves. It's to feel more, it's not so vanity as it is just, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the right words. But
isn't that vanity
but
anyways?
it could be that they just
Well-
feel more feminine and feel more confident and are able to, and I don't know that, then I'd say, oh, all right, well, maybe who am I to say if that's how it plays out that it wasn't okay to do? I don't know.
So when I get a new, Tom's gonna love this. When I get a new Hawaiian shirt,
You have
and
more than one.
Yes, I have several. Because I don't want you to hate me, I've never worn them on a retreat.
You should.
I'm going
Dale
to.
does.
I'm
Dale
going
Barker
to.
does.
I'm going
I'm
to.
on to have a dislike for you
And
just because I
Roger.
know you own them.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I get a new outfit, and I really don't I don't really care that much, but once in a while I get a new shirt or something, and my beard's nice and trim, and my hair's more in order than it is now, or maybe even shaved off. Like I like it without having it. Or we dress up to go somewhere. I feel good about that. It makes me feel good. I feel, yeah, I'm kind of feeling kind of snazzy, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that's ego or vanity. I just think that's a result of, it's like when you take a shower, you feel better, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm with you.
But that's different than plastic surgery.
it sure is.
Just a little.
Are you ready for the pain you're going to go through?
There's no pain.
Oh, please.
There's none. I've
All this
done.
bruising.
I've done
No,
other
not
things.
the way they do it today,
It
Monty.
doesn't hurt.
It's
Really?
not
It doesn't
gonna
hurt.
Yeah, they just gonna
No,
pull this
it's
in.
just
They have these
tight.
procedures today that are really,
It doesn't hurt.
yeah,
It doesn't hurt at
it
all.
won't hurt.
You're going to look like this.
No.
I feel so much better about me now.
But I'm doing my eyes and my lower eyes,
It does.
and they're gonna lift my
Yeah, I
brows.
feel so much better about myself now. I-
Yeah. You look like Spock.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Right.
Oh, it's gonna be funny when
oh, man. I don't know, Alicia. I just, oh, jeez. I guess I'm wondering why you want to know what we think if you're not considering it. Because you made
I'm still curious.
Huh?
Well, here's
What?
I think the point is the conversation should be had, and then everybody makes their own decision. But to have all the information, I think,
Yeah.
and especially if you're professed to be a follower of Jesus, it complicates it. It would certainly make your spirit. And then I'd say, pray about it. What does your spirit say? It's not for us to decide. If you're getting the green light, go for it, sister. Who are we to say?
Right. Have you made a pros and cons list?
Right. And if you're getting the red light and you regret it, we'll be here to pick up the pieces. We don't, it's not, we're not paying for it. Only you are.
She has not made a
Right.
pros and cons list.
I have not.
Look, she's
With
looking
every
away
major
now. She's
decision,
like,
with every major decision that we make, that's probably a wise thing to do. Make a pros and cons list. What are you afraid of?
I don't know. Because I already made the
That's my
decision.
challenge to you.
Yeah.
Make a pros and cons list.
but I tell every woman, don't do the lips. They do not have that down.
Oh, don't do the lips, please.
They do not, or else they all get it too big.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not on my plan.
Yeah, I think if you can tell, if you can tell that it's fake, then it's not good. I think there's
Right.
some really great plastic surgeons who can pull the skin and do some things where you just see someone and go, gosh, you look great. But they can't really tell there was something done. It doesn't look.
Yeah.
How
Which we-
expensive is this procedure? I'm just curious. If you
It's
don't mind me
quite
asking.
expensive.
Quite expensive.
Quite expensive.
Probably.
Depends on how many you're doing, and I'm doing quite a lot with my eyes and the
So,
lift.
okay,
and
let's
the,
look at a whole nother aspect of this thing. Financial freedom. Okay, so is this going to put you in debt?
No.
So you're not taking a loan out for this. You're paying cash. Mm-hmm. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
No, really, I can't. I mean, I'm all about don't buy it unless you can pay for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
And if you can pay for it, no matter what it is, if you got to go into debt to have it, unless it's something you absolutely is necessary, then I'm against it, right? But heck, if you can pay for it, it's not going to burden you guys that way. When is it scheduled for?
December 5th.
Oh, right before Christmas. You know, Santa's not going to
Yeah.
recognize you, and you're probably not going to get anything.
That's okay.
You could go.
That's
with
my
this,
Christmas gift.
I have this tooth that's discolored here a little, and I want it fixed so it looks right. Why isn't that vanity? I mean, do I care what people think? Or it doesn't. It's just.
Well, now that I know it's
discolored.
there, I can't see anything else, right?
Right. But it's totally because it's not. It doesn't match the rest of my teeth. I should just get it to match. I could make a
Is
case.
that vanity? Is that vanity?
Well, it's because the tooth was broken and it's dead. So it could be. I make a case. No, it's making it. No, it's repairing something that wouldn't be that way, otherwise, from it being broken.
Well, Alicia can kind of make that argument too. Then I mean, you know, she wouldn't have the wrinkles.
Yeah, but it was
Anymore.
the wrinkles didn't come from like this was a broken tooth I broke doing something. So
Yeah, right.
So does
I don't
this-
have that argument.
What's the aging process when it comes to? Because I'm assuming you've done some pretty deep investigation into this stuff. Is there a how does your skin age once it's been?
yeah, do you have to redo it every once in a while to keep up
Yeah.
with it?
She hasn't checked that.
It probably depends on the person and my skin. I have a lot of wrinkles, and I'm only 55. My mom did her eyes twice in lipo like 30 years ago. She's now 83. She looks pretty good, but she still has wrinkles. So, same with breast implants. They say you're supposed to go every 10 years. I didn't. It's been
So
15
you're eventually
years.
going to get wrinkles anyway, right? It's just
Yeah.
you'd rather have
But
that
minimize them a little bit would
Yeah.
be nice.
Yeah.
So I have. Here's the other side. 2 women friends that I know that have awesome skin in their 50s. Awesome. It's a result of them doing massive preventative maintenance for 20 years. Lotions and
Which
creams and things.
yes.
So why isn't that vanity? What's the difference? I mean, if they didn't
But
use
it's
these
natural.
things- well, some of it wasn't natural. It was these creams and things that enhance.
And
Maybe-
Botox.
Could be some Botox and some things they've done to maintain, and the skin is miraculous for fan. But it isn't because of who they are. I mean, there's a little bit of genetics in it. And a lot of it is they spend a lot of time moisturizing and using all these things that they've developed today.
Do they enjoy doing that?
They
Or
do
is
it
it a
well.
chore?
Here's the thing, Monty. It's the same thing. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it because no one will like you? You'll be no good. You're no good. You won't
Right.
have a man. You won't have this. Or you're doing it because I just want to be healthy and as young and as vibrant as I can be and feel confident. Is it that? Which would be I'm just
be.
taking care of my skin. I just want to take care of my skin because God says to take care of the temple you're in, and I want to take care of my skin. I'm okay, right? I mean,
Sure.
I mean, they sunburn. I got a sunburn last week. We shouldn't burn our skins ever. It's terrible for you.
Right. Right.
It's the Army would give you an Article 15 disciplinary action if you got sunburn, damaging
Really?
government property.
Oh wow.
That's what they
Did
called
not know
it,
that.
damaging government property. So the guys that got sunburn when we got to leave, they said, "Don't you dare try to get out of training the next day with sunburn. You will."
So I guess my question is whether it's the gals that spend all those years with the lotions and all that, or whether it's a man who is constantly upgrading his collection of suits, whatever it is, or plastic surgery or whatever. What is our response to that whole thing if we don't do it? Am I going to be okay with me? Will I be comfortable in my own skin if I don't do it? And I think that the answer, at least for me, would be if I'm not going to be comfortable in my own skin, then I probably ought not do it. If I can do this, and if it gets, heaven forbid, it gets botched, which I would doubt will happen, but if it does, am I going to be okay with that? Am I going to be comfortable in my own skin? So if I can't get the new suit, if I can't get the Mercedes or the BMW, if I don't get the raise, if that girl says no when I ask her on a date, whatever the case may be, if I can't get the plastic surgery, am I okay with me anyway? I think that's the big question. And if I'm not, it might be vanity.
It is vanity. It just is. I mean, how can I say it's not? And then I think too, as you were saying that, I am always wanting to improve. I want to be stronger. I want to be fitter. I want to be lean. And so I know that's in there too. And I don't know where the line is of where I'm crossing that line of, like, Alicia, you're 55. And I say, so watch me. I'm going to do it.
What if you don't do this, how are you going to feel?
Yeah, like
Well,
what happens if you don't do it?
I think
How
I
will
would be
God's,
okay
what's the
because-
relation? What happens?
That's a hard question because I already booked it. So I'm kind of like pretending
No, that's
in
okay.
a space you know what I mean?
Yeah, just
But I
pretend.
have just started like 2 months ago doing the lotions and the potions like Tom was saying, because I never did that. I'm like, no. And I have had and Botox twice. It's improved a little bit. So I would probably just keep doing that, but it's still the same. Isn't it the same? I'm trying to change myself to look younger because the wrinkles, like, look at my face.
Your face is funny.
Look at my neck.
You look younger. Why? Because
So I
nobody
got
will
the-
like you, or
got the
God will
gobble
like
thing
you.
going
I mean,
on,
why
yeah.
do you need to look younger?
I don't know. I don't have an answer because I
You brought it
don't
up.
want to look so wrinkly and old.
But
Just like
you
I want to
are
be fitter. I
older.
want to be.
All right. Well, you're going down a road that I can buy into. You just want to look better. It just makes you feel better about yourself. You're just more confident. I'm not against all that.
Is that
I don't
wrong?
think it's that either.
I mean,
I'm not. I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I told you, I'm not judging. Just don't get those lips done, please.
If you want to
And
do
do
it so
this
you'll
too.
feel better about yourself, I think that's
Yeah.
fine. I think the question is, if I don't do it, do I still feel okay with me? And if I
Right.
don't feel okay with me, then there's an issue
Right.
that goes deeper than just
See-
getting plastic surgery.
yeah.
I think you do feel okay with you. You can do this. It's
I
something
think
that
I
you can
do.
do, and so you're going to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not. If you gain 2 pounds, that's another story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will not.
What I don't want
Yeah.
you to do is when you're sitting in that chair and the doctor's doing the cutting, in the middle of it, you're going, "Oh crap." Once you decide to do this and you're committed to it, have a full buy-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a full
yeah.
buy-in. You know, don't go down the regret thing.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
then you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to, you know what I mean?
I have 3 months to
Chew on it.
change my mind.
And I
To have
thought
emailers change
Yeah.
my mind.
I didn't
thought-
want to fast for 3 months, but I guess that's what I'm doing.
And I am, we often, Alicia and I talk a lot about our fitness and our level. And I have often said, and it's true, I don't work out and train and stay fit for how it looks. It's not my goal. I'm trying to be as strong and as healthy as I can be, and it just happens to look a certain way. But I really am not motivated by that. I am motivated by how healthy I feel and how strong I am, which I think are all very good things. Everyone
But
should
it's a
be that.
benefit and a result of doing that, though,
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's a benefit and a result. I don't.
I don't know if I could say the same thing, to be completely honest.
Well, I mean, there's some.
But they
there's
do
some, when you
go
look at
hand in
yourself
hand.
and you go, "Wow." I mean, it does.
That yeah.
Look good.
And when people compliment me and like, "Wow, you've lost more weight and look how vascular your arms are," it's very hard for me to not feel good about that.
Well, now
Sure.
I get people say, "Wow, you're looking buff, you're looking strong, man, looking good." You're like, right?
yeah,
But I
it's like
hear you're looking healthy. And I like saying, yeah, I'm living 10, 11, and 12. This is what we do. It's not that hard. It's all food, guys, all food.
it is all food.
Well, and then
all
train underneath. What
100%
shows up
food.
underneath is your training. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So if you have a comment you would like to send Alicia, I will be glad
Positive
to.
or negative, bring it. Please bring it. Honestly.
The
Any of it.
email's going up there again, 5148, marking that down. But the email address is Monty, M-O-N-T-Y, at cametobelieverecovery.org. If you have any suggestions here, what do you think? Have you ever had this done? How'd you feel afterwards? Do you know somebody that has? Do you think it's vain? What is your definition of vanity? I mean, all questions that we'd love to hear from you. Closing thoughts, guys, before we hear our closing song and my closing thoughts on the issue of vanity.
I don't know if I have any.
Save it for the cutting room floor.
Well, it can be a slippery slope for you, and if it's a self-esteem, if it's a serious issue in your self-worth, it's something to be looked at. It has more to do with whatever action you're taking, whether it lose weight or change your hairstyle or do something, whatever the action you're about to take to change yourself. Is it because you feel not worth it, or that you don't matter, or that there's something, then it would be something to look at. If not, and you can sell it to yourself and be happy and build confidence, and it repairs some damage of the past and just is a adornment, falls under the category of like adornment, just to, and even be in worship of God, I don't go for it. It's all about what's behind it.
Yeah, good word. All right. I look forward to your emails, listeners.
Next week's show might
Bring
be
it.
all emails.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Let's see. What is the topic? Attachment styles.
Oh.
Okay.
Like avoidant and
Oh.
what are the other ones? We'll see next week.
Yeah. Avoidance, disorganized, anxious.
Oh yeah, anxious attachment.
Just so you guys too, a little prep for those in our audience. We are going to be launching on 5 retreat weekends in a row with the Salvation Army. So it's our biggest push yet to bring our program of recovery and all of the follow-up material into the Salvation Army to complete the rollout of the Came to Believe recovery program within the Western Territory of the Salvation Army. It's quite
exciting.
Thing. It's exciting.
I'm going to be speaking at 3 of them back to back.
Yeah.
Vegas,
Wow.
and Fresno. Boom, boom, boom.
And we have been on the phone and working out how we're going to continue supporting and continue next year. So there will be some level of retreats next year for sure. Not as many, but there will be. But the level of support will probably go way up. And the things we're going to do to help support and train their staff to better be able to support the steps afterwards, which we all see as one of the weaknesses is
Sure.
that while the program is very good and we've given them some great tools, we don't have great presenters of the tools yet. They're all learning, and that we can
Follow-up is always a challenge.
right. We can upgrade that. We can enhance the training of the officers and the staff in order to have them be more effective day to day. And so that's what next year is going to look like. And then our eyes are focusing on which next territory we're going to move at. I don't believe it's an if, it's a when. And probably by some point in next year, we'll be doing pilots at one of the places. So while the West might only have, 5, 6, 7, 8 retreats, we might do 10 or 15 with some other places. Oh, we're going to do a master class with the Bowery Mission guys in New York City on October 2nd. Who they want to know a lot more about us. So I'm doing a master class with all their leadership. So that could lead to who knows what here in New York City. So this is a big turn. I mean, they're a huge name in New York City. They're not a national organization, but and our fall benefit on September 25th. Any of you listeners who want to come support us, see us, meet us, hear what's going on here, it's at Calvary St. George Church, which is where Sam Shoemaker was rector, was pastor back when he met Bill Wilson and talked to him about basically the spiritual principles that are behind the whole program. Came from him. He gets credit for it. We're going to be in his church. In Gramercy Park, Manhattan on September 25th. If you want to come, tickets are on the website. Come support us. We are trying to raise a little money, but the more money we have, the more people we can help, guys. Nobody's getting rich. All we're doing is helping those and we're not giving handouts, we're giving hand-ups and helping people hear the message so that they too can maybe one day see themselves as recovered.
Yes.
That's that good word. Came to believe recovery.org. With that mic drop, here is Tommy White, recovery recording artist, with his powerful song, Higher Power.
I was drowning in a raging sea of confusion. Temptation slowly pulled me in. I was fighting for my life and I was losing. Then I felt it, something stronger took my hand. There's a higher power, I feel him watching over me, leading me to sanity. There's a higher power, someone I know who really cares, and I pray his will be done. If you're searching, but you feel like there's no answer, 'cause addiction has torn your world apart, just remember the truth lies in surrender, and you'll find it deep inside your heart. There's a higher power, I feel him watching over me, leading me to sanity. There's a higher power, someone I know who really cares, and I pray his will be done. There's a higher power, I feel him watching over me, leading me to sanity. There's a higher power, someone I know who really cares, and I pray.
Well, speaking on this topic of vanity, when left unchecked, vanity can distort a person's sense of self and values. It often leads individuals to prioritize appearance, status, or external validation over authenticity and meaningful connection. This obsession with image can breed insecurity as self-worth becomes tethered to fleeting praise or comparison. In extreme cases, vanity can isolate people, turning relationships into performances and eroding the trust that comes from vulnerability and honesty. The pursuit of perfection becomes a trap where flaws are feared rather than embraced, and growth is stunted by the need to maintain a facade. Beyond the personal toll, vanity can ripple outward, influencing culture and community in subtle but corrosive ways. It can fuel social competition and unrealistic standards that pressure others to conform or feel inadequate. In creative spaces, vanity may stifle innovation as people chase trends instead of truth. It's something to think about. Came to Believe Recovery strives to create and promote opportunities for life-changing spiritual experiences for individuals and families suffering from all forms of addiction. For more information, help, and support, visit cametobelieverecovery.org. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to be your host on this episode of the Came to Believe Recovery podcast. And I would encourage you to like, bookmark, and subscribe to this show. When you do, you will join the Take 12 Recovery Radio family and will be notified of all of our recovery-focused shows throughout the week. Until our next broadcast, when we provide the essential spiritual tools needed to thrive by sharing our experience, our strength, and our hope through our stories of how we came to believe.
This has been a production of Take 12 Recovery Radio.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Meow.
Woof, woof.
This has been a Chicken and a Pig production.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?